Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Ease 1. Last time we got ourselves a new shiny sword, which deals a lot of damage. And well, that's it. Now we're ready to finish up the dungeon of the mines. And we are still taking a lot of damage, but we have a heal ring, remember? So as soon as we just need to stand still to recover HP slowly and carefully. As long as we don't get hit while we're standing still, which can still be a problem, as you can see, because the enemies won't leave us alone. We can recover all the health that we lose, so it's not a big deal. Now I just need to find my way to the exit, which is easier said than done apparently, because I'm going in the wrong direction, man. This is the exit, dude. Yep, this is the entrance. I need to go. I don't need to go this way, man. Okay, let's try to do this again. Okay, we're gonna keep our right and head down here. Okay, and this is the treasure chest. We don't need this. Also, you might see that I have almost no gold. That's because I bought all the remaining 2 shields, the middle shield and the other shield. It's a total of 800 gold. 8,000, sorry, not 800. 8,000. If you have it, you might as well buy them, because you don't really have any use for your gold apart from that. Gold is pretty much useless at this point. Just buy all the armor, buy a wing, buy a heal potion if you don't have it, but really, gold in this game isn't really useful. No, even in the second one. Well, it is, but after you bought many of the armor and weapons, you just don't use it because it kind of sucks. You don't really have a lot of use for it. It does become more important as the games went on, like in the series. Like the more you move on with the games, the more gold feels more important because you have more stuff to buy. So now we need to find the exit of this floor, and there it is, found it. Floor 3, let's save, just in case we mess up. And here there are these things here. They do a lot of damage, but also give a lot of experience. Remember, we need to be level 10 for the boss at the end here. This floor has only 2 treasure chests. A heal potion, which if you find and already have a heal potion, it gets used up. So that's the thing. And it has the key for the boss, so that's what we have to find too. The key to the boss is very easy to find though. Yeah. It's on the top right, but not really. You'll see, you can see it from the top right, but then the path that needs to be taken is completely different. That's the key. And if you stick through this wall, you should find a pretty strong enemy that's guarding the passage to the key. Ow, ow. Okay. Recovering. I almost leveled up. I'd rather level up before fighting this strong guy. There it is. He's guarding the key. See if we can find one of these birds. Level me up, thank you. Level 9. Let's fight this guy. Where is he? I saw him. There it is. And he's by far the best source of experience right now. And obviously his bros. And there is an easy way to farm them, but we'll see that when it comes. Anyways, that's the darn key for the boss. Let me just wait a bit and recover our HP. The boss at the end is annoying. Thankfully, it's not as annoying as it was in the original. It's still bad. I swear to God, it's my second. Like in the original, that spans between like his 1 and his 2. Among all bosses, I rank this boss the second hardest. Not the hardest, but the second hardest. There's another boss that's stupid cheap. It's not stupid cheap. Like this one is stupid cheap because the difficulty is over the top, but because of how the fight works. There's another boss that I hate in the original. But that one I hate because I suck at it. I suck at it so badly. Like, I found a way to make it a bit easier, but even then it's just... Ugh. Oh well. We're not even going to see that, because we're only going to play through East 1 in this LP, and East 2 will come another time. But when that comes, I'll draw the comparison to the original. You're gonna see the original. That is going to be fun. Is there anything up here, this path? No. Completely devoid of anything. This is the heal potion, okay. Don't want it. I don't need it, so I just will leave it there. Can pick it up later, actually. If we get to the boss, come on. I can farm these knights and get my last level. And then we can defeat the boss, hopefully. You do a lot of damage, dudes. You do a lot of damage. You know what? I might switch to the shield ring. You can easily switch rings with the button in this version. So that's the thing you can do. In the original, you had to manually go into the menu and switch it from there. This is a good upgrade, because switching between rings was a lot more common. Like, a lot more common. Like, it's something you want to do, because you need to adapt your strategy depending on the ring. Like, you want to heal, you equip the heal ring, then you equip the shield, bump into some enemies, take some damage, then you equip the heal and ring, and then you heal up. Although just keeping the heal ring is probably the best idea, as long as you're not taking too much damage. Like, I'm not taking too much damage here, I have a lot of health. Okay, we're at the boss. Let me save. So now here's the thing. This guy, and that was the thing in the original too, he gets stuck here. So you can easily farm him. You can just respawn it, get it stuck, and do that. And that's seriously how you do it. You just wait a bit, recover some of your HP, and then just attack this guy. Power ring might help at this point. Let's see, come out! Yeah, 15,000. We get, what, 1,000 for killing these guys? Why not even get 1,000? Wow. Okay, we need to heal up. Heal ring, okay. I might just use the potion here and go get the other one. I'll do that. You know what? Save. Potion. I'll go get the other one, and while I get that, I can farm the enemies that I find along the way. Ooh, ow, 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 ow! Damn, I took a lot of damage right there. Whew! Again, the heal ring. The heal ring is the best. Best ring ever. Oop! Damn it. I let my controller on my lap. I was like, okay, dude, I'm just gonna leave it on my lap. But then the enemy showed up. I was like, oh damn it, I need to get my controller back up. Yeah. Oh, didn't see it. Didn't see it. Oh shit, another one. Okay. This is very scary, let me save. We can do this though, it's no big deal. We need to level up. We need that extra level. We're not gonna defeat the boss at level 9. Like, while it might be possible, it will just take forever, man. What the hell was this enemy, dude? It destroyed me. Completely obliterated me. Not chance to attack. Man, that was a nasty enemy. What the hell is this enemy? It killed me twice already. Wow. You what the hell? Are you super strong now? There we go. Man. 10,000 experience points left. That's a lot of experience points, let me tell you. Let's see if I can get back to that potion. There we go. We can keep that for the next dungeon, actually. Don't really have to use it here. Although, I gotta be honest, I could just buy another one in town. Now, I think the best way to farm might not be these knights, because they have a lot of health. I remember in the original I'd farm the flaming birds, because they had a lot less health and they gave quite a bit of experience. And with the way I'd farm, it'd be at the far right. I would just go up and down this path, because there were a lot of birds that spawned. It's not, and these mantis-like enemies with the sword, they would also spawn. And combining the experience from these guys and the birds, that would get a lot. In fact, it seems like very fast. Come on, man. Give me some elf. Alright, let's just keep doing it. What else are we gonna do? Oh, flying birds. Think you can take? Yeah. Unfortunately, the respawn rate in the original was a lot, like a lot better. Meaning that they respawn a lot faster. Because all you had to do was going out of their spawn point. Like, as long as their spawn point was not on screen, they would spawn. Don't know if I got the idea. Right, they in the original there were a lot more enemies, or enemies would just appear more often, so farming was a bit faster. Yeah, this is definitely the best way. 100%. 100% the best way to farm and get ourselves to level 10. After that, no more farming. No more farming for nothing, not even for gold. We're not gonna even need gold after that. This is literally the last part where you need to farm. In the original, however, you still had to farm after this section, because there were some bosses in which you just figured out it wasn't possible at the current level, so you had to go back and farm some enemies to level up. Not in this one though. I don't know if it's good or bad, because it's good because you don't have to farm, but it's also bad because if you like, oh man, this boss is too hard, I'd rather just get a couple more levels so make it easier. You cannot do that because your level is fixed. You're level 10 and you can do anything about it. So maybe in the original, if you really did not like a boss, you could be like, okay, I don't like this boss. Hits too hard, I do little damage, I cannot do this. I'd rather farm enemies for 2 hours and get 3 levels, and at least I'll do a lot of damage and the boss will do little damage. It'll be a lot easier, but no, in this one you cannot do that. So I don't know if it's good or bad. It has the good part, there are good parts from it again, and bad parts to it. I don't know which version would be better. The bosses in the original were a lot harder, of course. In general, they were a lot harder. Some were easier, but in general, they were a lot harder. This one hasn't changed that much, but it's a heck of a lot easier in this version, let me tell you. You're about to see how much annoying this boss can be. By the way, you cannot beat this boss if you don't have silver swords, silver shield, and silver armor. They are required to beat the boss. Because without them, like without the silver sword, you do 0 damage. And without the silver shield and armor, he kills you in one hit, I think. So yeah, that's the thing. You must have the Tier 4 silver armor and sword. Okay, let's do this, boys! So, this guy, the nightmare of all East players, this guy. So this is a vampire that splits into bats. They do a lot of damage, and you can only attack it when he does that. The window is very small. It was a lot worse in the original. I took some damage there. Though in this one is a lot more lenient, because in the original I had another problem. The window was even smaller. If you touch the boss when he was forming, it would still count as damage toward you. So you had to attack him on a very specific moment, when he would open up the wings. That's when you would attack, and only then you would be able to deal damage. In this one, you don't take damage if he's forming up and you touch him. But on the flip side, you can only deal one hit every time he transforms. While in the original, if you were good enough, you could do like 2 or even 3 hits, making the fight last a lot less. But ow. As you can see, the bats can do a lot of damage. And sometimes it seems like the bats are regrouping, but they're not, and it's just a lot of RNG here. If you haven't played the original, play it, and you'll see how annoying this boss is. It's one of... Again, I rank it the second hardest, but just because the hardest, in my opinion, is one that I suck. If I didn't suck at that boss, I'd rank this the hardest of the whole game. It's definitely the hardest of this game, by far. The other... How many bosses are we missing? 1, 2... 4 bosses we're missing, okay? The other 4 bosses don't even compare to the difficulty of this one. Man, I was too far. Enjoy this. That's really all there is to it. The good thing about this game, though, is that if you come here at level 10 with the silver sword, silver shield, silver armor, you know this is how you need to be for this boss. So you're like, okay, if you're not doing damage or you're not making it, that's only your fault. It can't be the level, it can't be your equipment. If you got this equipment and level 10, you have the tools to make it. But again, in the original, since you could level up a lot more, you could think, oh wait, maybe I'm not the right level. And just had to farm a bit more. Okay, I'm doing good though. I have a lot of health to spare, so I can make a lot of mistakes. This is really a good thing that you'll do also in the original. You'll try to have a lot of health, so that even if you... Like, you could make a lot of mistakes, because you have a lot of health to spare. You'll feel a lot better. You'll fight a lot better. Should be the last hit. There it is. So this guy, what it does is you can only hit him when he appears like that. But these bats, they do damage. And see, they can just, alright, that was a good cycle too. So the bats do damage, he does damage. You can only hit him when he, like, becomes a monster and opens the cape. The bats can randomly decide to not turn into the monster. Like that, see? So it's really pure RNG when he decides to show up, and that's also RNG. I just went into him, he took no damage, I took insane damage. Why does this boss exist? It's just the luck of the draw whether or not you're gonna get the good you're gonna get it to behave nicely. I don't know what does speedrunner do in this case? I'd like to know how they handle this stupid boss. Nice. That was a nice start. Super nice. Very nice. Nice. Took no damage. Nice. This is it. Nope. This might be it. If we don't blow it. If we don't blow it. One more hit. Nice. I almost died, but we got it. Hardest boss in the game. Done. Give me that experience. Get fucked. And that's our third Book of Ease. Well, let's get the hell out of here. There is another door here, but there's nothing in it for now. There's just a door that cannot be opened. Alright, back at Minia. We're actually done here. We have to go to Zeba now. That's epic. She'll tell us our next objective, of course. There might be a bonus scene with Fina too. Not quite sure, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I'm lost. I always think it's at the bottom right that I have to go, but it's not. It's up here. Yep. We got 3 Books of Ease out of 6 that we have to find. Yep, Fina's gone. Ah, it's you. If you're looking for Fina, she went out for a walk around the village. What's wrong? You don't look well. Adol told Zeba Sarah's passing. I see. I had a terrible premonition that something like this might happen. Sarah, too, seemed to know the fate that stood before her. I suppose it was her job to know after all. Let's go find Fina, maybe. I know where she went. She went to the pier. But I don't know where the pier is, apparently, because I went the wrong way. Adol, I can never thank you enough for rescuing me from that prison cell. It feels so good to be free. I still can't remember anything but my name, though. Who am I? What have I done with my life? And why was I locked in that cell in the first place? I don't know the answers to any of it. I only know that my name is Fina, and I've been a prisoner. Why can't I remember anything more? This is a lovely village. Zeba introduced me to the villagers, and everyone seems so very nice. This is the first time I can recall when I felt so at peace. I don't really care if I never get my memories back. I could stay in this place with these people. I know, I should be trying harder to remember, but I'm just so happy here. Alright, good for you then! We have monsters to kill, books to find. This is the wrong house. Okay, Zeba, tell me more. Wait, leave. There you go. I was kind of stuck behind her. Okay, now we can ask Zeba to read the Book of Ease. Well, we cannot grieve Sarah's loss forever. In order to grant her dying wish, we must continue onward, Adol. We must find the Books of Ease. I have 3 in my possession, actually. I'm fully convinced that you are the swordsman who is coming Sarah foretold. At any rate, the Books of Ease. I'm a bit rusty, but with Sarah gone, I'm the only one left who can read the ancient script. Let's read Volume Adol. So this is the book you found in the shrine. Long ago, Clea was created in Ease. It was displayed in the Temple of Solomon as a monument to prosperity, but suddenly disaster struck. In the shadow of that prosperity, evil had grown and brought with it the seeds of suffering. It stuck with all-consuming fury, and in the wake of its demon horrors, even the fair land of Salceda became as ash. We talked about Salceda. That's Spain. Yeah, I didn't know this was mentioned here. Oh well, now I know. But even if all were to be wiped away, the prosperous and the suffering alike, the twin trees and twin moons would forever watch over this land. This book of Ys lost from our family storehouse long ago. Ys was sealed by 2 goddesses and 6 priests. The goddesses embody the spirit of our land and inspire our lives. One represents order and the other freedom. If we were ever to lose them, all of our struggles and achievements would come to a naught, and we would never again know peace. We must not lose the goddesses, regardless of the cost, even unto eternity's shadow. So it wasn't the abandoned mine, was it? How peculiar. I speak now of the disasters of Ys. He rose silently and attacked our cities. He called forth molten stone from the bowels of the world to burn our fields and trap us in a sea of fire. It was terrible and absolute. One by one our proud nations were blown out like candles, and darkness and chaos stole over our world. Surely the Cleria was the cause. Was it not the bringer of darkness? Thus we sealed it within the darkness in the ground, so that hope may shine anew. Forget it not, and never lay hands upon it again. The words recorded in these books will surely illuminate the truth behind Asteria's turmoil. The Stormwall, the appearance of the monsters, the continued theft of all items made from silver. And now Sarah's death. I'm certain all of this stems from a great instability in the flow of destiny. You're the only one with the ability to uncover the truth behind it all. Long ago it was ruled by 2 goddesses and 6 priests. Sarah and I are descended from one of these priests. Much of Sarah's power came from the Tova bloodline. I suspect she knew more about the disaster befalling Asteria than anyone could have imagined. That's it? Okay, let's leave. I think I have to talk to her again. No? That's it? Okay. Maybe I have to accidentally re-enter. She needs to tell me about a certain specific thing. No, that's it. Okay. So I just go where I need to go next? That seems weird. Let me try this. Because she needs to say a very specific thing before... Oh, maybe now Fina's back, so now maybe it will proceed. Speak to Fina. Dev has been teaching me many things since my arrival here in Epic. Mixing herbs, fortune telling, the culture and history of Asteria too. God damn, we went... It was like 3 episodes ago or something. Every day makes me feel complete. All my fears and reservations from my long imprisonment have vanished into thin air. Well, almost all. The truth still petrifies me. Whenever I get particularly scared though, I just think about when you took my hand and led me to safety. You taught me courage, Edo. Thanks to you, I've been able to look ahead without ever feeling I must also look back. Blah blah blah. Oh wait, the dialogue changed. So, she said that there are 6 books of Ys. We got 3, and the remaining 3 are within Darm Tower. If you go there, I recommend you speak with my son Goban. He should be able to show you the way in. You're an accomplished swordsman. Indeed, you are the hero that Sarah foresaw, the legendary brave soul. I commend you for coming so far. I'm certain you'll be alright, even in the Devil's Tower. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Before moving on, be sure you have all the equipment. You need to have 4 rings, 4 armor, 4 shields, and 4 swords. If you don't have those, go back and buy at least the tier 3 sword, shield, and armor. You're going to need it. But as of now, I think we're just going to go to see this Goban fellow, which, if you remember, is the chief's boss. So that's what we have to do. Let's go to the Thief's Den and talk to him.
Oh, I have heard about your bravery. You're going to Darm Tower to find the book, aren't you? The locals here call it the Tower of Death. You can imagine why. The door only opens from one direction, so none of the gruesome creatures inside can creep out. Once you go in there, you'll never be able to get back out. If you are really as brave as they say you are, then the entrance to the tower is at the back of this house. Good luck. You'll need it.
My mother told me everything. In order to find the remaining books of Ys, you have to enter the tower. Since the day the Stormwall first showed up, the tower has been teeming with demonic sentries. Our band of thieves tried to get things under control in there, but suffered heavy casualties. They were too strong, too many. We had no choice but to fall back. My right-hand man Doji has also gone missing. He's in there, but I can even say if he's still alive. Darm Tower is an unbelievably dangerous place, if you haven't gone there already. It's most definitely not for the faint of heart. If you truly master the silver equipment, the sword especially, then you might just stand a chance. Very well, I'll open the gate for you. This door is one way only. Once you're inside, you won't be able to get back out. It's also completely soundproof, so if you scream for dear life, he ain't gonna wake us from our naps. I'd say at most you should be limited to 1 day in there. Make sure you're back here tomorrow morning, with or without the Books of Ease. I'll reopen the door to let you out when the sun rises. Alright, get going, and try not to get yourself killed in there. We're in Darm Tower. Next time, on Ease 1, we'll start our climb to the top. See you guys then.